I never thought a simple flight upgrade would turn into one of the most exhausting and satisfying experiences of my life. This happened last summer when I was flying from Dallas to Seattle for a business conference. It was a 4-hour flight, and after an especially brutal work week, I decided to treat myself. I used my saved-up miles and upgraded to business class. Nothing extravagant, just a wider seat, extra legroom, a little peace. That was all I wanted. I boarded early, found my seat, 2A, window, and settled in. Noise-canceling headphones on, laptop bag under the seat, coffee in hand. Everything was perfect. Then I heard that voice. A loud, sharp, irritated voice echoing down the aisle. "Excuse me? Why are we being split up?" I didn't look at first. I should have kept it that way. But curiosity got the better of me. A middle-aged woman, late 40s or early 50s, short blonde haircut, oversized sunglasses pushed up on her head, stood in the aisle with her hands on her hips. Her face was already flushed red with anger. Behind her were 3 kids, 2 teenagers glued to their phones, and a younger boy dragging a backpack twice his size. A man followed behind them, quiet, tired, already defeated. That's when I noticed her eyes lock onto me. She stared at my seat, then she smiled. Not a friendly smile, a calculating one. She marched right up to me and said, loud enough for half the cabin to hear, "Hi, you're in my family's seat." I blinked, confused. "I'm sorry?" I said calmly, pulling one ear cup off. She pointed directly at me. "My husband and kids are sitting back there in economy. You're in business class. We need this seat." I looked down at my boarding pass, then up at her. "Ma'am," I said, still polite, "this is my assigned seat." Her smile vanished instantly. "No, it's not," she snapped. "You're traveling alone. We're a family." That word, family. She said it like it was a magic spell that overruled airline policy. I felt the first flicker of disbelief. "Did you purchase business class tickets?" I asked. She scoffed. "Of course not. That's ridiculous. But you don't need it." And just like that, the tone shifted. What started as entitlement turned into something darker, something aggressive. And I realized this was going to be a long flight. I took a slow breath. I've dealt with difficult people before. I knew the rules. Stay calm. Stay factual. "I paid for this seat," I said evenly. "I'm not moving." Her eyes widened, actually widened, like she couldn't believe what she was hearing. "Wow," she said loudly. "So you're really going to make 3 children sit back there while you stretch out up here like a king?" Heads started turning. Passengers peeked over seats. A flight attendant slowed her walk. The woman leaned closer to me. "Good people do the right thing," she hissed. I felt anger creeping in, but I kept my voice steady. "Good people also respect boundaries," I replied. That set her off. "Don't you dare talk to me like that." One of her teenagers finally looked up. "Mom, chill." She whipped around. "Don't tell me to chill. I'm handling this." Then she turned back to me, eyes blazing. "You don't look disabled. You don't look important. You don't deserve business class." That hit me. Not because it hurt, but because of how casually cruel it was. I pressed the call button. A flight attendant arrived almost immediately. "Yes, is there a problem?" The woman didn't let me speak. "Yes, this man stole our seat and refuses to move." The flight attendant looked at my boarding pass, then at hers, then back at her. "Ma'am," she said politely, "this passenger is in his assigned seat." The woman laughed. An actual mocking laugh. "Oh, please, you're telling me airline policy matters more than children?" The flight attendant nodded. "Yes." That's when the woman exploded. "Unbelievable. This is how you treat families in this country?" People were openly staring now. Phones were coming out, and we hadn't even taken off yet. The woman crossed her arms and planted herself in the aisle. "I'm not moving until he does." The captain's voice crackled over the speaker. "Cabin crew, prepare for departure." We weren't preparing for anything. The flight attendant leaned closer to her. "Ma'am, you need to take your seat immediately." The woman smirked. "Make me." That's when it clicked. This wasn't about seats. This was power. She was used to getting her way. HOA meetings, neighborhood complaints, managers called on speed dial. And now she was furious that someone had finally said no. She turned back to me one last time. "I'll remember your face," she said. "People like you always regret this." I smiled. "That's fine." Security was called. Not airport police, but a senior flight attendant with authority. The situation was explained. The verdict was clear. She was escorted back to economy. As she walked away, she shouted, "This isn't over!" And she meant it, because for the next 4 hours, She made it her mission to make everyone miserable. Every time a flight attendant passed, she complained. "He's staring at me." He looked at my kids. "He took too much water." None of it was true. At one point, she stood up mid-flight and yelled, "I hope you're proud of yourself." I didn't respond. That made her angrier. She kept fuming. Her kids were mortified. Her husband never said a word. And then karma struck. The flight attendant came to me with a smile. "Sir, due to your frequent flyer status, we'd like to offer you a complimentary meal upgrade." The woman heard. Her face went pale, then red, then purple. She screamed, "Are you serious?" The cabin laughed, not quietly, open laughter. She finally sat down, defeated, silent. When we landed, she rushed the aisle. But karma wasn't done. She'd been reported. Her behavior flagged. The gate agent stopped her. She turned around and saw me walking past calmly. She opened her mouth, then closed it, because for the first time, she had nothing left. I walked away smiling. Sometimes the best revenge isn't yelling. It's not moving an inch.